Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another episode of the Piledriver. I am the best in the world. On my left is the Metal Heart Tony Forge, and down below me is Stabby Vince. What's going on?
Long weekend.
Ooh, what a long weekend.
Yeah, man.
Just NEOPro Wrestling invaded Canton once again for NEOPro Endgame, and boy, it did not disappoint. A great show all around, man. Great show all around.
Agreed.
I agree.
We got some hot stuff coming on tonight. We are gonna get into NEOPro. We're gonna go over our show. We'll talk and give our little recap, give our grades on what we thought about the show. And then later on, we will be joined by the one and only Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone, jumping on the Piledriver podcast. He's going to talk a little bit about his career with us in TNA, talk about his return home on December 14th to go one-on-one against our mega champion, Tyreek Kalam.
That'll be a good one.
I can't wait to see what Mr. Shogun has in store. But let's get right into NEOPro Endgame. Boys, this one started off hot, and we should have known this was going to be the first match because it was an unsanctioned street fight. Jessica Havoc going one-on-one with the NEOPro Women's Champion, Megan Myers.
It was a good match. It was a good match. I mean, we got to see a lot of tools utilized in this match. I showed up a little late, but I got there in time to see.
I was gonna say you didn't miss anything.
Wailing.
It was
with some kendo sticks.
Yeah, they did a real big like video opening sequence and stuff, and then Havoc made her entrance from that. So yeah, you didn't miss anything really.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. Havoc obviously looking scary as hell. Megan comes out. Not sure that I've ever seen Megan in a hardcore type match.
I don't know either. Yeah.
This was a first for her, at least in my eyes or in the Piledriver's eyes. But phew, what a match, dude. Jessica Havoc is not one to be trifled with.
She's a little scary.
Yeah, she's 100% scary. Scares the fuck out of me every time, but she's so cool. Such a great wrestler. And last night she set this table up in the corner of the ring, and as the old adage goes, normally the one who sets it up is the one that goes through it. That was not the case last night, as Megan Myers was essentially Death Valley drivered through the table and then pinned for the 1, 2, 3. We have a new NEOPro Women's Champion, and her name is Havoc.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy upset, man. I mean, I don't think anyone's really expecting that. Megan's held on to this title for a little while now, and I know these two have been in the ring together a few times, and this was, no difference than any of the other spots. I mean, just a little more hardcore, like you said. Don't think I've ever seen Megan in a hardcore match, so it was pretty awesome to see. Big
Mike in the chat, what up, dude? I agree. The whole hardcore match was really good. There was lots of weapons used, trash cans, tables. The guardrail was used in the other match later. Kendo sticks, but just a great match these ladies put on, and like Vince said, I don't know if I've ever seen Megan in a hardcore match. So for her to put out on, to show out for these fans, I respect it. She lost the title, but unfortunately, we have a new women's champion, and it's going to be hard for anybody to take that off of her.
100%.
Caitlin in the chat, I said all the girls were so sad. My big Donald in the chat, what's up, boo? Always good to see the NEOPro fam last night. Now, I'm not going to get too sentimental into this, and I said it already last night. I said it in the chat between us boys. After this match is when my favorite part of the fucking night happened. Vince was there. I turned around, and I took a fucking picture. We were in full effect, dude, last night, and it was so awesome. The whole squad was there. All three of us. Doug showed up. The Piledriver Princess was there. Mrs. Metalheart was there. Tommy and Chico. We had the honorary Piledriver member, young Dom, in there with us.
Dom was there.
And I'll even say that Mrs. Ashton Day was part of the Piledriver section with us last night because she hung out right next to us.
She was chilling, yeah.
She was hanging. So yeah. Shout out to NEOPro Wrestling for just obviously, making sure that we take care of you. You take care of us the same way we take care of y'all, or at least try our best to. And I said this once, when we first started going to NEOPro, it was a whole 5 rows over on that side. And it's eventually kind of just morphed down to 2 rows, and it's turned into the Piledriver section where we kind of just take that whole section over.
That whole corner. And
yeah, it's fucking great. It's great.
Yep.
So, yeah, I got to take a picture like this, just selfie mode, and just the whole fam was there. So it was pretty cool last night. That was probably my favorite part of NEOPro Wrestling, to be honest. The show was great. The show was great.
Put it in there.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, it's just solid match by Megan and Jessica Havoc, and then like I said, and the new NEOPro Women's Champion. I don't remember what match came next, but I know Vince got it.
It was the tag match between Zay Garcia and Sydney versus Mikey Montgomery and Shelby Wilder.
This was the match presented by Indie Wrestling Guide. Shelby Wilder teaming up with the IWG champion Mikey Montgomery to take on the team of BAX, who, I mean, I've been a fan of Zay Garcia ever since the first time I saw the guy, and Sid Von England is just So this was a pretty solid match. I know Vince is a big fan of Mikey Montgomery. There were some spots in here that I was just like, no way.
Yeah, no, I think we all kind of were like, oof,
yeah,
I
right.
mean, it was still fun, and I think at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of back and forth spots, a lot of double spots. We saw Mikey Montgomery get in the table position and Shelby use him as like a step up, into the corner. I think he had like
whisper in the wind action.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was an all around, halfway decent match. A couple spots, like you guys said, I was like, I could have went without. There was a pretty interesting scenario where Shelby ends up hitting the cutter on Mikey. I was like, oh no, and then it kind of all
right,
from there.
Yeah, because it seems, I don't know, it seems like Shelby Wilder is trying to do anything he can to get his hands on this IWG title, whether it be him as the champion or just for him to hold it for a second.
Yeah.
And I look, and I love this. I love it. I know Tony saw it already, but boom, right there. Nobody takes Piledriver corner. That's right. Yeah, this was a solid match. BAX ended up winning after, like Vince said, a little miscommunication between Shelby Wilder and Mikey Montgomery. And Mikey took that cutter. I mean,
sometimes it happens. Sometimes you miss. Like they say, sometimes you hit and sometimes you miss. And well, Shelby hit, but it wasn't the right hit.
Yeah. But all in all, pretty solid match. It wasn't too bad.
Then we went
Next
into the six man. Yep.
6 man.
But technically,
It was a 7 man.
Do you really count the hairy toothpick as one hole? I mean, he's maybe like 0.5 at best.
So what happened, I guess, here is that him and Justin Maine were essentially one person. Justin Maine had a stunt double during this match that turned out to be Mr. Entertainment, Harry Toothpick himself, JD Smooth. And
oh man.
I think, I mean, as funny as it was, I think that ultimately ended up working in everybody else's favor because as we found out, we didn't even know this. As we found out, I believe it was a cutter. He took a cutter from Trey Lamar and got a small package pin on Harry Toothpick. And at that time when he was pinned, that eliminated him and Justin Maine at the same time.
I don't think anyone knew that was going on, and when it
Right.
happened, I think everyone was just a big like dope moment. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was insane, dude. Just, I mean, great match. Trey Lamar, super studly as always, shows out. I believe this was his first loss in NEOPro wrestling. But I mean, as much as we all hate to say it, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I don't really hate to say it because I'll tell you, I'll scream it from the rooftops. He told you himself multiple times before the night, in the weeks leading up to it, that it was his moment. He lost to Tommy Dreamer. He had a chip on his shoulder, and he came back to prove it. No shame, Jimmy Shane walking out with a dub here. We did get a pile driver in this match. Thank you, J-Rock.
Yes,
I forgot.
I as much as I have been, not been in his favor lately. He did give us the first elimination of that match with a pile driver. So shout out J-Rock for that.
It was a nasty little pile driver, little baby driver.
Real quick, too. Like I don't think anybody got it. I don't think anybody got it.
No. I got the very end of it. Like I literally got him kind of just falling on his head. It wasn't nothing.
No, it was a good match for sure. Honestly, like you said, Mike, man, Jimmy called it out, and he went in hot and came out on top, man.
No, 100%, dude. I couldn't believe Jimmy Shane. I mean, again, I won't say I couldn't believe it because I have faith in it. If Jimmy Shane sets his mind to something, he's gonna fucking do it. I've seen the guy overcome so many obstacles at OCW and other places that he's top notch, dude. It didn't help or it didn't hurt having people in this match that he already kind of has been familiar with. Jake Ely, Justin Maine. He's had some work with these people before, so it wasn't like he was going in blind, in my opinion, I guess.
For sure. And then this next match, actually, this was something. This was definitely a lot.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So this is where we have Studio 86 comes out. They do their usual, flapping their gums, like they're used to, mouths open, ready for, whatever might float by. But anyways, and then we of course got, after 86 comes out and tries to say, oh, we're, the Kings, and how they got paid off by Ken Vasion, they essentially just kind of said, hey, just because Cash Inc. has the belts right now doesn't mean that it's theirs. They're basically paperweights at this point, waiting for the real men to, take a hold of these belts. And then we get WTF, which a lot of people probably didn't expect it to mean what it actually means, because a lot of people said WTF when everybody came out, but we ended up getting introduced to White Trash Forever.
Yeah.
I do like the I like the White Trash Forever. It wasn't the best. It went a little long was my thing.
Yeah. The promos cut were a little long-winded. Essentially after we had, this long, very, drawn out moment where Mike, correct me, I always get them mixed up. Ronnie's the one that's hurt, right?
Ronnie is hurt. Pure Trash Ron Mathis is hurt.
Ronnie is hurt, and he's announcing that he's a manager now. And then they introduced Tyler Vox, which I will say I was very impressed with Tyler Vox's debut. He honestly didn't look like much when he came out, and then when he was in the ring, he was kind of fast. I was kind of into it. I was like, okay, decent. My big takeaway, honestly, was every time 86 comes around, they always say, "Hey, Piledriver needs some extra protection when we come to town because they have it
always
out
got
for us
shit to say.
apparently."
They always got shit to say. They never did.
Nope.
No.
Nope. And then I mean, Maserati Rick had me right there all that time.
The whole time,
Didn't
nothing.
step up. So at least we got to see a halfway decent match. Cash Inc. did come out and attack WTF. At one point, we almost saw Ken Vasion and Ron kiss on the apron. I don't think anyone really wanted to see that, but it almost happened. So there was that.
They were real close. They were real
I
close.
mean, yeah. I thought Ken Vasion was actually going to break their ankle after that too, though, because that double super kick to the face. And then I mean, Cash Inc. ends up winning. You know, it's one of those things. They still have the belts, but I really hope they don't have the belts for that long.
No, you don't want them to hold on to
So I don't know, man. It's tough for me with Cash Inc. there because when Cash Inc. came out, it was fucking awkward because they came out and they got cheered. They got everybody was loving Cash Inc. And then they turned and they shit on the fans and they won the title. And they essentially Cash Inc. did Cash Inc. things. And I thought maybe we'd get a new turn of leaf here at NEOPro Wrestling. We'd maybe, a chance to reinvent themselves, so to speak. But it literally was just fucking Cash Inc. being Cash Inc. again.
Gotcha.
What do we expect? I mean,
Skylar did do the thing. He did do the thing.
You mean Jace?
He did it twice.
Jace.
And then you called him out and did it again.
He reinvented himself. He's Jace now.
Jace Skylar.
Jace Skylar.
Jedi Master or something.
I mean, it is what it is. But like Vince said, seeing them come out and hopefully at some point we'll see Tyler Box and Brucey get a shot at the tag team titles. Sorry, not Tyler Box, but Ronnie when he gets healthy, get that shot with Brucey as DD Trash deserves it. Jesse Lee in the chat, hell yeah, Havoc, Jessica Havoc, right where she belongs on top of the women's division. I agree. I mean, I got a sweet fucking picture with Jessica Havoc last night.
Nice.
It's always great to see Miss Havoc. Big Tim in the chat. Hey, you guys.
Hey, yo, Tim.
Good to talk. Good to see Big Tim in the chat. Before we end the show tonight, or before we get Shogun on, we are going to do a little RSW recap as your boy, the best in the world referee, will be traveling to West Virginia on Wednesday for the Yam Slam.
The Yam
Slam.
We'll get all into that. It's a Survivor Series style show with captain of one team is Shane frickin' Douglas. So
franchise.
We'll get into that at the end. Mike Purnell in the chat said, fuck Cash Inc. But yeah, it was a good match. I will compliment Tyler Box on his badass Evolutions tattoo. He had a whole Evolution sleeve on his right arm, and it was fucking cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Look good. Very subtle. Then we had intermission. And
A ninth intermission because we got ready for, in my opinion, the best shit of the night.
Oh, you ain't kidding, Mike, because when
right.
there's a cage involved, this guy is real happy.
Yeah, it was real good.
It was...
we started off with the War Games style match. We had it here. I'll pull it up here. Tony's got it out. We had the Matthew Taylor, the Beast Man, and Hardway Sam Holloway going against Wilbur Whitlock, Dontavio, and a partner not announced. Supposed to be Dominic Guarini. He was injured at Quaker Hall, so it was up to Danny and Jason to find a suitable replacement. And I think it's safe to say they delivered.
Oh, they absolutely delivered. And you called it, Mike. You called it from the start, man.
The start.
I will. I'll say it. As soon as I saw Danny in the video hit one of these and Wilbur's thumb started turning, I said, it's Sammy. And sure as hell, last night, the third man announced was Sammy Callahan. The Death Machine.
The Death
showed up
himself. And I mean, definitely an interesting way to enter. I think the whole get together was kind of interesting because you essentially saw 3-on-2 to start the match.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had the rules here, and obviously, like I said, they did do it like war games. It was Sam Holloway and Dontavio started the match.
Yeah.
The other members of the match, like the other members of each team, were surrounding the ring at this point. The bell goes off. We get a second member from Team Taylor in, and Beastman thinks it's gonna be him. And Matthew Taylor essentially slaps the shit out of him and tells him to go back to the back. He's got this.
Yes.
Matthew Taylor climbs in the ring to enter, at number 2. 3 minutes go by, match is going on, yada, yada, yada. Wilbur enters the ring. And meanwhile, while we're waiting for Wilbur to enter the ring, we hear fucking slamming and crashing behind us. Beastman is just back in the locker room destroying everything, pissed off, just crazy. Wilbur gets in the ring. The timer starts going off. We all know who the last member of Team Taylor is, Beastman. And this mother trucker comes out with a garbage can, a full guardrail, just dragging it behind him. Throws it over the cage, almost takes out Matt Taylor, almost hits Matt Taylor in the face. Like, the Beastman was on one last night.
Rare form. Very rare form.
Caleb said that was wild. Like, so much happened so fast. Like, it was crazy that, like, this big dude just comes out with these weapons and starts going roughshod. Just nuts. I couldn't believe how much, just destruction was caused in the 10 seconds that he walked out the ring.
Yeah, no, I mean, he brought the destruction out from the back, even, like you said, destroying everything in his path coming out. But then, of course, like like you said, next thing you know, that last timer comes off, and we hear that music, and out he comes.
Matthew Taylor, at one point is telling Holloway and Beastman, don't stop. They don't have anybody. Nobody's here. They have nobody to help them. And then the death machine hits. The music comes, and Sammy comes out crazy. Little disappointed he didn't have a Piledriver shirt on, but that's okay. Maybe he's wearing it for special occasions. He didn't want to.
We almost saw a triple Piledriver in that spot too.
Oh, that would have been so cool, dude. We were all ready.
We got one from Sammy. Sammy hit that 97 for us.
Goddamn right I did. Because I think it was the Beastman. They were trying to
close the gate.
Was it the Beastman? Was it during that match, or was that during that heavyweight match where they shoved Donald and Jace and Nick out of the way?
That was the heavyweight. Yeah, it was the heavyweight.
Yeah. That was where they shoved Donald and Jake. Yeah, I definitely checked on Big Don and Nick last night. They got shoved out of the way by Patrick Hayes' bitch ass. We'll get into that. Essentially, so what I guess I didn't like about this match, and I got a clip with Vince on top of things with the camera work here with this clip that I'm gonna put up. Sami Callihan and Hardway Sam Holloway ended up making their way out of the cage before this match was over and through the back. And then they came out through the sidewall, and Vince caught this. Just going roughshod.
Right out the back.
Battled into the parking lot, and just everything was so nuts in this match. It was one of them that NEOPro does this very well, where they have so much action going on where it's hard to keep track of everything at once.
Right, because that was during the match. That was
I missed the spot you guys told me about.
Yeah, like me and Tony are watching the match, and then this stuff happens over here to our left, and Vince is like, on it! And fucking goes chasing this down. So we're getting clips of it. Was wild, man. Sami Callihan, we didn't get any Piledrivers from Sami Callihan.
You got one. He hit one.
We did get one?
He hit one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit 97
I don't know
for
if
us.
I had.
No, we all missed it. It was like
I was gonna say It was one of them quick ones. I know we got this out of it. I got another clip here. Let me go ahead. I'll start it over. Beastman. So
it's hard to see, honestly.
This
cage is hard to film.
Yeah, well, it's because too when I pop the video up, it just automatically starts playing them. So it takes a second for it to load and catch up, and then the video's halfway behind. I don't know how to fix that, or if we could even fix that, like where videos don't autoplay. But anyways,
right.
The guardrail that was brought into the ring by the Beastman ended up getting set up in the corner, and he just destroyed our boy Dontavio. Just watch this. Just absolutely demolished him here. Broke the guardrail. The guardrail broke, just snapped in half like craziness. Wilbur in a I guess you call it like a Steiner recliner kind of deal. Matthew Taylor brought out a bag of forks.
Yeah.
Beastman got one stabbed into his thigh.
Beastman got one stabbed in his thigh. Beastman had a giant gash on his head. It was intense. This match was really, really intense. Beastman on the top rope, ready to splash Dontavio for a second time when Wilbur surrenders. Wilbur says enough. Wilbur says, I quit. Team Guiding Light, the Omen, as they're called, walks out of NEOPro Endgame with the victory.
Well, not before Beastman gave Dontavio the biggest balls to the face I've ever seen, man.
That's right.
What insult!
Jumped up and sat on his chest. Yeah.
From like the top rope, and it was like, a big.
Just a giant tea bag. Just a super tea bag.
A super tea bag, exactly.
It was great. This match was great. My only complaint is I would have rathered it you started it out. Obviously, I know we had to have Sammy and the surprise and all that. The entrances took too long. It took too long to get everything started. I know it's War Games. I get it. But it just seemed like the beginning of the match dragged. And then once everybody got in, the action got going, whether it was on our left, over on the outside, or in the cage itself, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Donald said, or Jesse Lee said, "Ew, balls to the face." Donald said, the beastly tea bag.
I wouldn't want it.
I wouldn't want to take that move. He said, "Patience is a virtue." Jason said, "Patience is a virtue." My patience is fine. It's not the patience. It was just that I don't know. I loved the match. I'm not hating on the match. You can't say it twice. That doesn't make it hold more value.
Yes. Patience. You will stop me.
Now let's get in here to the main event of the evening. I mean, we got some pictures here. There's the Beastman just racked up. And I don't know what else picture. Oh, there's cashing. I don't know what other pictures got in here. And Sammy giving the finger.
Giving the fucking finger.
And then obviously, I mean, if you saw the picture there, I just clicked. I didn't know it was in there, but obviously the spoilers. They've been all over. They've been all over the Piledriver page. They've been all over his own personal page. We'll talk about the match, but the big story of the night and new NEOPro heavyweight champion Ashton Day, Ultra Star. Told you, we've been saying it for weeks. Patrick Hayes sucks. He proved it last night at NEOPro Endgame that he couldn't hang with the big dogs. Now, obviously, we'll talk about this match, but what I want to talk about the most is during the end of the match, we got a little seemed like a farewell, like a goodbye from Ashton Hayes.
Yeah.
From Patrick Hayes.
Yes. Patrick Hayes. Yeah. Patrick stood at the entryway and kind of turned around and kind of gave a salute, like a see you bye. And we were like, what? So time will only tell about that. You know, if this is us gonna see him again. If we're gonna see Patrick Hayes again. I mean,
Who
Right.
knows?
we can only.
I mean,
hope
he-
I'm
not.
sure.
teaming
I'm
up with
sure of all
Cash
people,
Inc.,
Mike
maybe.
doesn't care, but who knows?
Maybe he shows up to help Cash Inc. somewhere else. You know, who knows, man?
He has teamed with Cash Inc. You know, in the past, we've seen him arrive. We've seen him hang out with fucking Ken. So I mean, maybe, but I'm kind of hoping that we do not see him again.
He just goes away.
All right, now we got to get down to the gritty. What are you guys grading it as?
Well, I got some clips I'm gonna put up here first.
Oh, okay.
We got some stuff here, you know, and obviously, like I said, we had some stuff going on here. Some pictures of our new champion, our boy Sage. We got Chuck in the back there, and then there he is, the Ultra Star.
What a beautiful belt!
What a beautiful belt!
Yes,
I mean, Dean and I said that when they first introduced that bad boy, that it was a really pretty belt. And, you know, I believe this might be the one that won it, but if not, if this was the move.
No, this is the thumbtack.
That was the one on the thumbtacks that was introduced by Patrick Hayes. Ashton missed, landed right on the thumbtacks. You can't really see it. They're stuck in his back.
You can see it on his back, yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, you can see him on his back. But then another huge spot in this night. Now, I want to know how you guys think about this, because this is something that we've not really seen in death matches. And I know it probably popped Vince a little bit. I don't know where it came from, but at some point, Patrick Hayes pulls out like a rope / bow tie of fucking firecrackers. Like 150, like maybe 200 firecrackers. Like black hats and little guys.
Like a brick of firecrackers. It was like
wrapped it around Ashton's neck and then tried to set it on fire.
well,
it didn't work. Ashton was able to rip himself off. Like he
taped himself to, or Patrick Hayes had taped Ashton's arm or wrist to the top rope. Some kind of like wrist tape or ring tape or whatever, and he was able to fight him off and kind of turn the tables on him.
And at one point, he did hit him with a super kick while he was still attached to the rope, and that was pretty fucking clean. But then Ashton ripped his arm off the ropes, throws this roll of firecrackers around Patrick Hayes' neck, and sets it off.
Damn near set him on fire too.
It was pretty intense spot right here. What do you guys think about this?
I was hyped. I thought it was
awesome. That's the play. That's the other one down there.
And I didn't know if it was in the other video.
Yeah, that's this one.
To which he falls down, and then Ashton climbs to the top for a beautiful elbow. And new NEOPro champion. Look at me. I was so pumped, dude. We were obviously not a fan of Patrick Hayes, but so I would have been happy for anybody to take that belt off of him, but for it to be Ashton, for him to finally culminate this journey that he's been at NEOPro since it started, all these problems with Patrick Hayes, to finally put that stuff aside and walk out with that heavyweight championship after a bloody, brutal cage match. Kudos to the Ultra Star.
For sure. It was awesome. I think we were all like super pumped. I mean, we were getting the Ashton chant going. I mean, 100% Piledriver podcast back there.
Yeah. Again, that was just fucking awesome part. Like, I just was so happy that we were all in attendance. We all got to see that.
Yeah, it was.
It was great. All right, so Vince wants to rate. Go ahead, Vince. What you got? Give me what you got.
So I'm gonna give this one a solid 4. You know, definitely anytime you put a cage match in the mix, you're always gonna pique my interest. We got 2 cage matches and a lot of culmination, a lot of story ending. We've been this year's been a bunch of story ending. Stories being fulfilled and good to see. I'm kind of really happy to see Sam Holloway.
Yeah,
Because
that was cool to see.
who knows when he might get picked up and taken away, and in the taken to the big leagues, we might not get to see him so close to
Yep.
home anymore. So it's kind of a great way to think about our future future talent out there. But
Right.
all in all, great show. Appreciate everyone that put it out there for us.
Oh, 100%. I had a great time as well. I'm in the same boat as Vince. I'm going to drop in a solid 4. It was really good. I don't have any really complaints about the show other than like I said, it was just a minuscule complaint because like apparently I'm impatient, as Jason says. But other than that, I loved it. I thought it was great. Zoe had a great time, and really like when I take my kid to a show, that's really all I look for is if Zoe has a good time. Because if Zoe has a good time, that means you did a good job. You kept my child entertained, and so. Oh, and then here, this is where Caitlin was talking about earlier. Yeah, Donald and our boy Nick, heads of security over there at NEOPro, were trying to chain bolt this cage when Patrick Hayes' dickhead ass.
Oh, that's
came
right.
Over, kicked him off the steps, knocked Nick and Donald to the ground. So I had to check on our boys. They did say they were okay. Nick's hand was a little jacked up, but they said it was worth it. Or at least Nick said it was worth it to watch Patrick Hayes get his ass whipped afterwards. So
for sure.
Yeah, I'm giving it a solid 4 as well. I have no complaints.
I think I will go a 4, like 2.5, 4.25. I think, like you said, there was some stuff in the middle there that went a little long. The cage matches were solid. Love the Sami Callihan surprise.
We didn't talk about Sammy pulling out the stapler and what he did to Beastman's area.
Dude, he went all out. Like it wasn't like
I've forgotten that he stapled the Beastman's genitalia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did the paper cut shit.
I know, man. I was like, I love that, but that when that stapler, oh my gosh, to hearing that Beastman moan, man, I was like, damn.
That was another thing that I wasn't like 100% about. Is like I don't know, Beastman. It took a lot to get Beastman to go down, man. Like they had to kill this man.
Potentially.
Yeah.
He got a free nipple piercing out of the deal.
He was bloody, man, by the end of the
night. Crimson Mask, man. But no, great show.
Yeah, really good show.
Awesome show.
And then, like I said, we do have this week coming up Wednesday. What'd you give it, Tony? I'm sorry.
4.25.
Okay,
so it's like a 4.125. I don't know, something like that. 4.125.
Yeah. I need to start tracking my old shit. I can't remember what I've given stuff before.
You have to go back and listen to old episodes.
Yeah.
Donald said, "Well, he's a fucking brute." I was worried I was gonna have to jump the gate when he got in Danny's face. Yeah,
right, for real.
No, Danny held his own though, for real.
No, 100%. Danny came out. Danny came out and laid the law down. I mean, what a stud! What a stud! And then, like I said, we don't know. I don't believe we have a date or even a name for the next NEOPro show yet. I don't know. I do know this was the last one for the year. I believe they will not be having a December show. So we will look forward to seeing NEOPro in 2025 and all the things that it comes with it. But that is not all for the year. Do not think just because one promotion is done for the year that they are all done for the year. This Wednesday, we have – what is that, Tony? What did you just put in there?
The Shogun stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's
so,
kind of
yeah, we're still waiting on our special guest to arrive. But while we're waiting, I do want to talk a little bit about this Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. Harrison County Parks and Rec on Wednesday night down in Clarksburg, West Virginia. RSW presents the Yam Slam. Might be the best name ever.
Yam Slam.
It might be the best
what
name.
a name.
It might be the best name ever.
Fantastic.
And I mean, it's got a great card that we'll get into, and it's got a couple eliminator survivor series style matches. There we go. That are gonna, obviously elimination style to see what happens. The tag team titles are on the line. The Eastern Continental Championship is on the line, and we get to see the franchise. So let's just start it off. First we have Violet Vance Desmond coming fresh off his loss to Matthew Taylor, losing that internet championship, looks to get back in the winning column as he goes 1-on-1 with Dominic Dallas Starr. I got to see Dominic Dallas Starr down in West Virginia when we went before for RSW. Pretty good. So this should be a good match. Our boy Barney in the chat. Want to say shout out to Barney. I did do a little research last night. Barney is the first member of the Piledriver Nation, I'm going to call it, because Barney purchased a shirt from the Brainbuster store, got himself a purple shirt, purple hat. So thank you so much for showing some support, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The next match we got in, I just saw somebody in the chat, Young Rucker is in the chat. He will be at the Yam Slam. He will be on Team RSW, but we're going to talk about that, and let's get into this singles match here. This match, boys, is between two men that we are very, very familiar with. We have a one-on-one match. The Mega God, Chris Onyx, goes 1v1 with the good pastor, Pastor CeeLo.
That should be really good.
I'm really excited for that one. It looks like the first Survivor Series style match will be a Team Gen Z versus Team Kilpis. I'm not familiar with everybody on this card. I know, there is Gen Z obviously on captaining his team. The rest of the guys on his team, I'm not too familiar with. I haven't really seen them that much. I only don't know one guy on Paulie's team. It's Team Kilpis, the frat daddy, and the guy OK. So we'll see who wins that match. Obviously, I'm really looking forward to seeing these Survivor style matches. The tag team titles will be on the line as Misery Inc. will get their rematch against RJ Jonesy and Jimmy James, the Golden Boys.
Oh, hell yeah.
This was good last show.
When they lost the titles originally, or won the titles originally down in West Virginia, it was a good match. Misery Inc. won them back down there in a good match. And then obviously Golden Boys able to take it at home and win those titles back. So hopefully going back down to West Virginia, they're able to successfully defend them. Charles in the chat says he loves the show. Thank you, my guy. We appreciate you. There's the big dog. The big dog's in the chat. Thanks for coming out last night. Appreciate you. Man. Oh, nothing but love for the big dog. I love it. I love it when the whole Piledriver's in effect. And then coming up after that, like I said, the Golden Boys and Misery Inc. We will have the RSW Women's Division on Showcase as Colby Max goes one-on-one with Chelsea. That should be a good match.
Yeah, this will be interesting for sure.
The RSW Eastern Continental Championship is on the line as Kryzak gets his rematch against Matt Kennard at the last show. Matt Kennard took that title from Kryzak, who has held it for a while now. Kryzak looking to get back in the win column and maybe take that title back home. And then, of course, it is the Yam Slam main event. Team Franchise, which consists of the unappreciated Lane Kelly and the franchise Shane Douglas going up against the team of Young Rucker, Air Doozen, and the boys Saturday Night Special. So I can only hope that, you know, you see Charles said he seen us last night. You seen us last night. Why didn't you come say what's up?
He did.
Nah.
He did. He said what's up
Oh,
to
did
me
he?
at least.
Oh, okay. I was like, I ain't see him. You ain't come say what's up, man. I gotta come say hey, hang out with us. Yeah, so it was a phenomenal show. You know, on Saturday. It looks like we got another phenomenal show coming up this Wednesday down in West Virginia. And then obviously, as we've told you a bunch of times right here on the Piledriver, December 14th, Mega Championship Wrestling is back at Lorain County Community College for Night of Champions.
This is a don't miss event. Like, you don't want to miss this event.
Right.
Because you know what? Everyone's going to be talking about it. And then
It
you're
is
going to be
every
like,
year,
why
right.
didn't I go? I slept on it. Maybe I wanted to sleep in that day. Forget sleeping in. Come hang out with us. This is going to be one of the best shows of the year.
Oh, Charles did come say what's up to me. That's my fault, Charles. My bad. It's because of the profile picture. I'm seeing this profile picture, and he's got like a fighter on his profile picture. Charles was the one that had the one with the ECW belt. I was hanging out with Sports Tony. I was confused by your name.
Dean.
I'm sorry. And Dean, I see Dean. I see Dean giving Endgame a 4 out of 5. So pretty solid show all around. Piledriver rated a 4 out of 5. I know that Tommy did not enjoy his hero from the Sunshine Cafe.
Oh, he did not.
Damn.
He did not. And I was going to drop this too because I'm really excited about this. Vince, you're going to be a little upset. Guess who's making their way to the Yam Slam at RSW? Good old Uncle Phil Stamper will be in the house. I'm really excited to see Phil. I'm really excited to see Phil.
Work.
So Vince has to
I
work.
can't go either.
Tony can't make it. It's just me and Onyx. I believe CeeLo's riding with us too. So we'll see what's going on.
I'm sending Mike with a figure to get signed, hopefully.
Yeah, and I got to get a figure signed. I got to get a figure signed by the franchise for the boy Vince because he can't make it. So we'll be doing that. Yeah, that'll be your Yam Slam. I mean, Dean said yes. Dean, if you can come, feel free to. You're more than welcome to roll down with us. But yeah, that's it. I haven't sadly heard any word from our special guest tonight, Shogun. He did tell me he had a show going on. So he was going to be kind of busy. He was going to jump in, but
here I can at least give a little bit of a rundown because I actually attended a show today.
Oh, that's right.
Power Slam Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
So this was, hey, what's up, Phil?
Phil's in the chat. We will see. I will see you Wednesday, good sir.
But yeah, so I was invited along as a little bit of an extra today. It was very fun. Shout out to Mama and Papa Johnson for
I was gonna say you don't use their real names.
I know. I gotta.
Don't use shoot names.
Yep. So, but I was invited along, and I got to actually get a little bit of background. Yes, a little bit of a background showing by the boss man Brent. So shout out Brent for being so welcoming.
Real quick, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was told by a certain referee that we all know and love named Mars that if Brent needed some extra referees, that was the guy I was supposed to talk to. So
Yep. You should actually very much talk to Brent today. I actually I was kicking myself a little bit because it did look like they needed at least one more of the stripes out there. But anyways, it was a very good show.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, go ahead. And we got a special announcement for RSW. I believe that's the next time they're in Parma.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah,
Yes.
very good, very good show by all. Great to see some very, very familiar faces. We got to see a tag match to start, where actually the team of Jimmy Jacobs, or is it? Yep. No, Jimmy James. My bad. Because I was calling Jimmy Johns and I didn't want to call him the wrong
Yeah.
thing. But Jimmy James and Chuck the Truck Morris ended up actually winning the PPW tag titles from the Bouncer and RJ Jonesy, which they only held them for a very short time. So that was kind of a big upset. There was actually an amazing battle royale. One of the best battle royales I've actually been witness to in a
Nice.
long time. At one point, I lost count, but I'm pretty sure at one point there was at least 13 people in one ring. So that was very awesome. Couple big surprise guests, including Madam President Sebastian LeSean.
Nice.
Vito Mozzarella showed up, put down Dio Salvador. Marcus Rucker was in there. I saw, guys, please don't be upset with me, but Mr. Crumbles showed up in the Battle Royale. And we didn't get just one, we got two pile drivers, and he looked right at me both times.
Oh, that's because he knows. That's because he knows. He
And,
knows. They all know.
I still gave him a
son of a
pop. I
bitch.
still gave him the pop he deserves. So shout out Crumbles for the.
Well, I see my boy in here chatting, and I'm sure you got to see him. I'm going to get Alan King for the shot with that crutch. Okay, so now, Vince, this is our boy Drew, the Werewolf Starner. We met Drew at OCW. We worked commentary with Drew for years. Like, Paulie and Drew were our... Mm-hmm.
Yep, he actually came up and introduced himself, which was awesome. And speaking of that crutch shot, Drew, I don't know if anyone told you, but the top of that crutch actually ended up hitting me in the head. So you better get one in for me as well, my guy. But it was very nice to meet you, and you killed it in there today. But yeah, great show.
That's awesome.
The big takeaway I got to do this. I got to do this because the Battle Royale was actually the #1 contendership for the PPW heavyweight title. The Bouncer ended up taking home the big dub. I think Dio Salvador was the last person he put over the top rope. Well, RJ wanted a piece of Sean Blaze real bad, who was at the time the current heavyweight title holder. Little did we know, but Sean put it on the line right there and then, like a man. And he lost it. Just like that.
James.
Nope. Sean Blaze lost his heavyweight title to RJ Jonesy. So we have a new PPW heavyweight champion in RJ Jonesy. So congrats, big dog. That was awesome.
Love it.
So not only did we see one, but two new heavyweight champions this weekend. Both big supporters of the pod.
Here, give me 1
Charlie in there.
second.
We do have our guest has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm going to go ahead and bring him on now. Let's make sure he can hear us. Shogun,
perfect.
Are you with us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna yell at Mike real quick because Mike told me he wanted to do a review of this damn NEOPro show. And Shogun usually goes by directions. So hey, you wanted to do the review? I gave y'all time, and I'm getting a text message. Hey, where are you? Hey, man, you told me.
I did it, and I said
no. You told Shogun you wanted time. I gave you some time. Now do I have to suplex?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Don't get me started.
Oh, that way.
Yes, I'm taking a suplex on the 14th.
Oh God, I'll pay to see that.
Suplex those glasses right off.
Hey, you might get a turmoil one day. You don't know whenever he's gonna show up, man.
I don't need suplex I don't need Shogun to show up at turmoil. No, thank you. My guy, how are you?
I just dropped something. I'm doing well, man. Thank you for having me, Shogun. I really appreciate you guys just having me on, taking this time out. I just dropped my thoughts on my matchup coming up on the 14th. Tagged Mega in there. I'm gonna tag you guys in there, man. But yeah. What's going on, fellas?
Nothing. I saw just recently you were down at I believe it was Buckeye Wrestling. How'd that go?
Yeah. Shouts out to Buckeye Championship Wrestling out there. James Avery is running a great spot out there, man. over in New York, the good people over in New York, punk ass kids talking crap. You know, I was about to suplex one of them. But other than that, you know, we did our shout out to my homeboy Brandon Fields out there. Also, shout out to our competitors that night. Warhol said the champions over there. I will give them the respect. Shogun is always talking crap, but I will be humble in defeat, man. Those guys held it down. They got us just by a quick second, man. But I'll be back down there.
I'm gonna put something on the screen, Shogun. I don't know if you can see it, but Brandon says I vote suplex. I vote suplex Mike. So the boss says I get suplex. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, that trumps it all right there.
Yep.
It is nice to have you, man. What have you been up to since we haven't seen you in a while? The last time we saw you at Mega Championship Wrestling, successful. What have you been up to since then?
Man, you already know. Just been Shogun's been suplexing a lot, different promotions. Also going up to Canada. Shout out to Kim Valley Pro Wrestling. Also, shout out to Hammerlock. I'm gonna be over there pretty soon. Also, Shogun's just been honestly, bro, just been training jiu-jitsu every morning, every night, as much as possible. Getting ready for some tournaments coming up. I got some tournaments I want to hit up at least 2 or 3 next year, man. Because I've always been competing ever since I was a kid. And if there's anything I love doing is like choking people out, and also getting those locks in, you know, and just testing myself against the best of the best.
Okay, that's awesome.
Definitely. I don't know if you saw the news today. Baron Corbin won a gold in a jiu-jitsu tournament down in Florida.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. He blue belt over in the gi. I can't wait to see what he does in Nogi, because I know my man's was a Golden Glove boxer at one point, so I want to see what he does in Nogi as well. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody out there doing something martial arts related, man. Much love to y'all, man.
Yeah, I see you training. I see your posts on all your socials, man. You're out there training hard, getting them locks in. I mean, we see it in the ring, we see it on TNA, we see it all over the place. Just, I mean, everything seems great with you lately, man. You're just suplexing all over the place. Just
man, Shogun appreciate that. Shogun appreciates that, man. Look, it's always about consistency and suplexes, brother. So here's the thing: you got a ring, you got anybody, you got a body I can throw, I'm there. And you know what I'm saying? You know, is it one thing Shogun's not about? It's not about stop. That's one thing that's not in my vocabulary when it comes down to this whole thing, man. Suplexing game. A lot of guys don't understand that. But when you get in this business, bro, you gotta keep your foot on the gas as much as possible, and that's what we're doing.
Well, that's a great way to put that. And I mean, since he has, essentially made a statement a few weeks ago or months ago, Kalam has not taken his foot off the gas. You walking into Mega Championship Wrestling trying to take that title from him. I talked to him after Turmoil. He's not too thrilled, and he said he's going to suplex you.
I gotta give a damn. Look, man. Look, Shogun always said, I gotta say one thing. One thing I'm gonna say about this, man. Look, I respect the bro, and hey, that's my cat, Lizzie Coco.
Some nice cats. Some nice cats
right there. Shout out to my cats right there. Man, I got Coco, Lizzie, and Tuxedo. Man, they all doing good.
Hey,
Tuxedo. There you go. Big fella right there, man. But yeah, man. One thing about Kalam, I gotta say, I've always been proud of him for the fact that he's at where he is, because it's been an uphill battle for him in some ways. I know, the fact that just being in this business and evolving is probably the one thing that a lot of people kind of struggle with. And I've always been proud to see somebody reach that next level. So for him to get that title, like a mega heavyweight championship title that's been held by a lot of greats, Chris Cole, Brandon Xavier, myself. Shout out, y'all must know I'm on now. But, yeah, man. No, just to see his evolution in this game, man, is really good. But that doesn't mean that Shogun doesn't believe that not just believe, know that I am the guy to hold the title.
I mean, it very much could happen on December 14th. Already our Mega Infinity champion.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Could walk out as the Mega Heavyweight champion. And then, at that point, let me ask you, what do you do? Do you defend both belts just because you're the shit? Or do you relinquish the Infinity to let others have a chance because you're already at the top of the pile?
Oh, man. Shogun, again, what we mentioned beforehand, I'm all about step on that gas pedal and going. So I got that Infinity title. I already got that Suplex Challenge cooking up. Hey, you know what? We get the Mega title.
Right.
I don't care. Shogun, you might get a double feature. You get a double feature messing with Shogun. I'll be on one part of the show. I'll be on the next part, defending the Mega Heavyweight title. Hey man, it's all about work. It's all about that work.
100%.
Shogun don't care.
Putting in that work for sure.
Most definitely, yeah, man. So yeah, like that's the thing, and that's one thing I tried to tell, not just the mega class right now, but also just everybody in general, bro. Like if you step into this business, the moment you step in, it don't matter where you at, man. You gotta have that you can get it mentality. You know, anybody can.
No, I agree 110%. It's because it's as much as as we will say, it's we're all family, we're all friends and stuff like that. You don't want to have to essentially lose an opportunity because that essentially, the next guy up mentality is in this business.
Right.
I'm gonna counteract that thought also. Yeah, everybody wants to have the kumbaya moment over here in this industry. It's so funny, but at the end of the day, it's competition. And,
Yep.
and I can't get that title if I'm holding your hand.
Yep, there's only one title. We can't be
right.
co-heavyweight champions.
Exactly. Like, look, it's all love. It's all love when we out of the ring, but we in that ring. I'm stepping on next.
Exactly. Just wait. Just make sure you break it before the count of 5 for me. All right.
Then he's got to,
Yeah, because I don't want to have to disqualify.
I don't have to. And then
Shogun appreciate you, man.
Anyway.
Shogun appreciate that. What kind of suplex y'all want to see Shogun hit? What kind of suplex Shogun gonna hit? Go give it to me.
Oh man, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Fisherman, so.
Oh,
Fisher, okay. All right, yeah, there we go.
I'm a fan
do.
of a good T-bone. It's always a good T-bone for me.
Oh, it's a good T-bone. Hey, there we go. Yeah, we popped that off too. It's no problem.
Yeah,
no problem at all.
dragon, the like a dragon suplex to me.
That dragon suplex. All right, yeah, there you go. Yeah, hey, we're gonna pop out the dragons, the tigers. We're gonna do all that stuff, man.
Right.
Oh my.
Yeah. All the animals.
And like I said, you got it worries me a little, Shogun. I know you're scary. I know you're dangerous. I know you've been in this ring a long time and doing this. You've held all these titles, but Kalam, this ain't no guy. He's not a little guy. You're just gonna be throwing around.
Yeah,
Hardest striker in Mega.
That's true, because Shogun has threw around bigger. I don't know if you realize I suplex Paxton and Mo.
Damn.
That's true.
Damn, you suplex Mo, my guy. Damn.
Yeah, nice
feat and a
Aido. And that was when I had the title too. So again, Shogun's not he's not new to this. He is all about this. So again, I know what I'm stepping in the ring against. And honestly, it's a test that is as much as a test for him as it is for me. Because he has to prove what he's about. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, he has to definitely prove what he's capable of doing. Can he reach that next gear? Can he really bring out that actual championship quality? You know what I'm saying? Like that heart of a champion? I don't know, but that's what I'm about to test.
No, that's full respect right there. I mean, to be the best,
Yep,
that's the Ric Flair mentality. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And like you said, you've been in this game. You've held this title before. So if he wants, to prove to you, I guess, that he can hold this title with some class, he's got to show you that he can beat you.
Hey man, you can do it with class, or you can just beat some ass, and that's what we about to do. We about to beat. We gotta beat some people down, man.
Hey,
that's what we about.
That's some real talk right there, Shogun.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Shout out to War Wrestling also, and shout out to everybody out there support Shogun CIW. I see y'all out there posting those photos, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
I'm
no
just checking out the
problem,
slide
man.
you guys are doing right now.
Yeah, we got you in here. We made a little because we had heard, you told me you had some issues. We were only going to have the audio, so we got you up here. We want people to know who you are if they don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Against working. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, well, understand this is a Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone. I've been suplexing for a minute, and been in this industry actually going on. Next year's gonna be the Mighty 10. But understand, I've been suplexing since I was a child. So Daddy was my judo sensei. I suplexed over in high school, suplexed in college, and we just keep it going from here.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Now, you said, suplexing in college and stuff, or in high school and college. Did you, do the traditional shoot wrestling in high school, college?
Yeah. So I shout out to also again, much love to Grosse Pointe North, my alma mater, Tiffany University, the wrestling team. We over in Grosse Pointe North High School, I wrestled heavyweight 285. Well, it's 275 like from freshman year to be at 285 from then to junior year, and then all of a sudden I just dropped a bunch of weight. Now I wrestled 215 my senior year, ended up placing second in the state. Yeah, man, and pretty much from there, went to Tiffany University, wrestled a couple years, and then yeah, man, just kept it moving from there. In between that, I was doing rugby, football during the wintertime, rugby during the springtime. So, always, again, Shogun has always been on that active front, man.
Rugby. Now that's dude, rugby's
Rugby,
tough.
yeah,
I've never played, but I've seen it. That shit be going crazy.
Hey, man, let's
Damn
just
it.
take off the pads. All you need to do is take off the pads and get a bigger football, and you good. And just do some lateral passes, and you just running through people. If you're a big man, if you wanted to get the ball, all linemen, you should play rugby. If you want to get the ball, go ahead, play rugby.
Dean, that's Dean. Dean should play rugby.
Yeah.
There we go. Shout out to all the props out there, the big man props out there. But yeah, man, I've just been doing that. As I started doing judo, my dad was my sensei back in the day. And like I said, he competed all throughout like the 80s and some of the 90s, all throughout like North America and Canada. And that just got me into the world, man. I started like my first match was when I was like 8.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's awesome. So you've been in it like since you were a kid, which is just, that speaks volumes.
Right.
Oh yeah, been in it, bro. Been in it since I was a kid. I can just, my discipline was basically my dad coming out and say, "Hey man, we're gonna show y'all this throw. Josh, come out here." And he would take me, all right, boom, big throw, boom, big throw. Y'all see that on that side? Here, let me show y'all. Boom, foot sweep, boom, big throw. And then he'd be like, "Hey, go over there and train with the big kids." I'm talking about big kids like MSU, U of M linemen going on red shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like the following year, I'm talking about 300 plus pounds, 6'3" men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm 9 and 8 rolling with these guys. So it's like, yeah, man. You learn.
Yeah,
You
real
learn how to
fast.
build that tough skin.
No, I mean, that's how I've always heard the same thing, and I wrestled for a couple years in high school, but it never really, football was my bread and butter. And they always told me, you want to get better, you got to go out there and practice with the varsity squad. Like you got to you got to go out there and try to beat them bigger guys and them better people that are higher up than you. That's you're not going to get better facing people, that are smaller and worse than me.
No, man, you got to put yourself against I always love saying, bro, jump out of the pan into the fire. Screw all that. We ain't, we not tiptoeing around nothing. We just jumping right into the fire. Speaking of which, I want to say, what's up, Tony? I see you over there in that corner. Stabby Vince, I want to give y'all some love. Also, I didn't say what's up to y'all. I just want to give y'all some love again.
Thank you, Shogun. I appreciate it. I have a very not off the wall question to ask you, but as we all know, you love lemonade.
You damn right.
Is there a particular brand that you like the most?
Well, actually, I just saw some Dole. What was it? Dole lemonade. Oh my gosh! I just like the. Oh my gosh! Hold on, let me look at the brand. It was a Dole lemonade. It had a whole but those guys. But then also, I mean, of course, Minute Maid has always been like the standard one of those things. But also there was some Italian lemonade that a fan brought to a show one time. I forgot the brand of that Italian lemonade. But let me tell you something, man. That lemonade was so delicious. It was in a glass bottle. They said they had it
probably like a limoncello or something.
Oh my gosh, yes, a limoncello. I will take that. Like that stuff was so delicious. But honestly, Shogun doesn't really have a particular brand. As long as it's sweet, it has that tardiness to it with a little bit of sourness to it, and we all good. Shogun, again, lemonade is my suplex and fuel, bro. So bring it on.
Oh, I love that.
That's facts. I mean, I've legitimately been front row before my whole rep stint, and I've seen Shogun walk to the ring with bottles of lemonade. He hands a couple out to fans, and then they cheers and drink lemonade together, and then he gets to the ring and kicks ass.
Yes, sir. Hey,
on the
real, people always ask, like, what's the meaning of it? Man, other than it being my suplex and fuel, I'm going to tell y'all right now, not to get too deep in it, but it's really just a metaphor of turning lemons into lemonade. That's what we about, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, Shogun.
Okay.
Again, like everybody has their own story, but again, Shogun was he had his own obstacles to conquer, his own things to conquer, especially growing up here on the east side of Detroit, bro. So again, you turn lemons into lemonade. That's what me and my family's about. You make one thing and you turn into amazingness. You know what I'm saying? What I don't know if we can say. I don't know if we can curse on here. Can I
Oh
say?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can whatever
take
you
chicken
want.
shit. Take that chicken shit, turn it into chicken salad. That's what we about.
There you
And
go.
that's
Brandon Xavier in the chat. Brandon Xavier in the chat said he once drank 4 pitchers of lemonade in one sitting at a Boston Pizza.
Yeah, up in Canada. Yep, up in Toronto. And that was just one. That was just one time, man. That was just one time. I mean, shoot, I had one show. I had about 6, probably 6 or 7. Yeah, man. I just keep it going. I always tell the bartender, just keep the tab open for me. Go ahead.
Hey, that's awesome.
Don't you gotta pee like constantly?
You know, you know the river does flow sometimes, but you find your spaces, you find your time.
No, 100, man. That's cool. Tim said Dole or go home.
Yeah,
no.
Dole or go home, my man. Yep.
I can't remember if it's Minute Maid, but there's one at Taco Bell, dude. The Taco Bell, they got a strawberry lemonade on tap, and it's
yeah.
So
hey, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this real quick, fellas. What about these machines, these vending machines, like these those fountain drink machines, like in the Wendy's or in the Taco Bells, was like, first off, I need that in my home. But
like the freestyle machines where you get all the different flavors.
Yeah.
They have, child, please. They have like 8 or 10 different selections. Strawberry lemonade, orange lemonade, pineapple lemonade, grape lemonade. Yo, y'all tripping. Let's I need all that. I need all that and more.
No, I love them machines, dude, because you can always make shit that you would never, you'd never. And then they have, sometimes you'll go to like a Wendy's and they'll have like this Wendy's specialty flavor, and it's just 4 random concoctions. Yeah. No, I totally get what you're saying.
That handcrafted, man. They be tripping. That redheaded girl be tripping up there. Man. But yeah, man. Yeah, no, December 14th, we're gonna have a great show. Night of Champions. It's gonna be a lot of history made. It's gonna be a lot of suplexes that's gonna be delivered. Again, this is a story because again, Kalam also, again, I seen his growth, man. I literally seen his growth from in ups and downs. So again, this is as much as of a test or whatever it is for Shogun, this is definitely a test for him. And you damn well know Shogun's gunning for his throat. I don't care. I
believe he knows that. I believe he knows that it's a test for him, but I think that he also, again, not only has something to prove to the Mega Mafia, but also to himself to show that
he might be walking out empty-handed. He might be walking out empty-handed, and he might be walking out with a couple of dreads loose. Because I'm gonna knock them dreads off.
Oh man!
Go ahead, Tony.
That's something that he said to me, kind of, that he's over the years been through some mega alumni, and he wants to kind of put you past it. You know what I mean? He wants to
put you on. He wants to notch you on the belt, Shogun.
Yeah, basically,
hey, man. Hey, bring that over. Bring that over. I need that type of energy. Let's go.
Right.
I mean, and we will see it December 14th live at Lorain County Community College. General admission tickets are still available. There might be 1 or 2 front row tickets left. I know that we don't have any here at the Piledriver. We're sold out of front row tickets. We have, I believe, I have general admission tickets left. So you get with us for your general admission tickets. Watch Shogun suplex Kalam.
Wait, hold on, Mike. Is that Cosmic Lemon? Let me see that shirt. Cosmic Lemon. You wore that for me?
I did wear this.
Cosmic Lemons.
So this is a band. This is a band that I started fucking with. Yeah. I started fucking with a couple years ago. They were set. It's 2015. Like, it's an old band. They're out of Youngstown. But yeah, I knew you were coming on, so I dropped the Cosmic Lemons for you, buddy.
I feel that's what's up. Also, I just tagged you guys in that promo.
Wait. Oh yeah, we will get it right out. We'll share it from all of our social medias as well. what else do you have coming up anytime soon? Obviously, if people can't see you at Mega Championship Wrestling, where can they see you? I know we got some listeners in Michigan. I know we got some listeners in Indiana and all the surrounding states. So,
yeah. Much love. Well, everybody. Shout out to everybody tuning in to Power Drive podcast right here. Much love to Mike, Tony, also Stabby. Or should I just call you Vince?
Either or. Just don't call me late.
All right, my bad. My man. We out here chilling. Y'all follow me on socials, man. Keep up to date. Follow me on IG, Shogun Jackson Stone. Again, Shogun Jackson Stone. You peep me out on my Facebook. I just got that back up after getting hacked. So, we building back up. My YouTube is here. We good. Twitter also. I'm getting acquainted with Blue Sky. So, you guys can find me on there. Again, everything's gonna be Shogun Jackson Stone or Jackson Stone. You'll be able to find me, no problem. You'll see my profile picture for sure. And then other than that, for this man, year 2025, man, it's gonna be nice. Like, other than of course the shows we got going on in Ohio and Canada and Michigan, we also got some possibilities of things going out in South America. So hopefully the good people out in Chile, we can get something going on out there. I got promotion. Shout out to Explosion. That's the name of the promotion out there. I'm gonna be hopefully working with them pretty soon here, and seeing what's up with them. Also, shout out to everybody out there in Brazil. My homeboy Bruno Astro, he's over there in Bad Luck Fale spot over in New Zealand. He put me on to some promotions out there, so I'm gonna be going out there soon. Hopefully. But man. Other than that, we just like I said, the main thing for Shogun is, look, I don't give a damn if it's in front of TNA. I don't give a damn if it's in front of like whatever promotion it is, Mega, whoever. If there's some people that's watching, Shogun's gonna suplex. And the best thing about it is, I know the fans gonna mess with it. The fans gonna love it because the fans love seeing people get thrown and they love seeing Shogun chant. So let's get that going, and I'll be around.
I agree with you 100%. I'd never seen a quiet house when you are in the building, sir. Like we said, I did get confirmation in the chat from Brandon Xavier. There are 6 front row tickets left available. That's it.
6 left.
That's
so
it.
6 front row tickets available. I guarantee you they will be gone by the end of the week.
Yeah, get those
general
tickets,
admission tickets.
Please.
General admission tickets will be available from, you can get with them on Mega Championship Wrestling's website, Facebook, or through us here at the Pile Driver. What you got for me, Shogun?
One more thing. I want to give a big shout out to the homeboy Freedom Ramsey getting WWE ID'd out here. He's my tag partner. We had face off with the Motor City Machine Guns recently at City Championship Wrestling. Shout out to City Championship Wrestling. I'm champ over there. Y'all tune in every Thursday on YouTube. We're gonna be on. But yeah, man, Freedom Ramsey, he got WWE ID'd, man. I just want to give a big congrats to him. And I feel like there was another person I knew that got WWE ID. But either way, anybody out there getting theirs and evolving and growing, especially in this new territory of wrestling we're in, this new landscape of wrestling. Kitty Cat, we out.
I was gonna say Vince is trying to show up.
Yeah, he's trying
to show up. Vince is the cat dad, Shogun. That's Vince. How many cats you got, Big V?
5.
5.
Damn.
Boy, you got a whole starting 5. You got starting 5.
So yeah, shout out to Freedom Ramsey. I know personally that we know Sam Holloway real well here at the Pile Driver. From AIW and around the greater Cleveland area. He as well just got WWE ID. Yes. So that's really cool. And like you said, shout out to everybody out there that's getting theirs, man.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And just again, it's all about growth, man. And again, Shogun's got some big things planned for 2025. You guys will be seeing me around for sure. And again, we're gonna get these suplexes consistently popping. And hell, I mean, if Sam want to get suplex too, he's just as tall as Paxton. If he want to get suplex too, I don't mind suplexing him. He looks like Will Ferrell. So yeah, we go for that. We go for that too. Yeah, you heard me.
I'm never gonna be able to get him the same man. He's gonna look like Buddy the Elf forever.
Well,
but yeah,
Shogun. Man, thank you so much for joining us and hanging out. I know personally, I speak for everybody here at the Pile Driver. We cannot wait to see you back in the house on December 14th in the main event with Tyreek Kalam for that Mega Heavyweight Championship.
Hey, man, much love, man. Thank you, y'all. And, I'll be seeing you guys there in the crowd. I'll throw out some lemonade your way. Mike, I got a suplex for you, actually, too.
Wait till after the match.
He said,
I'm your referee.
It don't matter.
I'll be
He
your
said
referee.
anybody catch a suplex.
Shogun's like,
I'm about to say, you gotta understand everybody. Well, I mean everybody.
Now I hope that I'm not, because if Shogun just by chance ends up losing, I'm gonna end up catching a suplex because of it. Fuck.
Hey man.
and I mean, if
just for you
count
saying
fast,
something.
Kalam's
Just for
gonna
you
kick
saying
his
something.
But then if I don't do it, Tyreek will power drive me.
That's right. Yeah.
Lose-lose
Pick your
situation here.
poison.
It is what it is. Shogun, man, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you for joining us tonight, hanging out, talking with us, telling us a little bit about everything you got going on. We will make sure that we got some lemonade for you on the 14th for that suplex fuel, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love, you guys. I appreciate all you guys, man. All the wrestlers out
sir.
there, much love. Peace out, y'all. Thank you, fans, and all you guys, man.
No problem, man. Thank you again.
Appreciate you.
Night.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone, who you will see live in action December 14th at Lorain County Community College versus Kalam for the Mega Heavyweight Championship.
That'll be a
Love
match.
Shogun, man.
Now, you know, it's flower time, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here, boys. Vince, you can go first. Tony, you want to go first, or you got?
No.
Okay.
I forget.
I mean, okay. Well,
Just
I'm
for
just
saying
gonna
that.
go ahead and just shout out first Shogun. Thanks for coming on tonight. That was awesome. Thanks, buddy. Shout out Ashton Day, new NEOPro heavyweight champion. Shout out RJ Jonesy, new PPW heavyweight champion.
Yeah, it's been a weekend, man.
What a weekend. Shout out to everybody that really, put both shows on. Again, I just want to shout out Brent, the boss man at PPW, for being so kind, letting me come behind the scenes a little bit. I 100% appreciate that. Shout out Mars, one of my favorite refs. Sorry, Mike. You are my favorite, but she is also one of my favorites. So, and then, yeah, just great weekend by all, and shout out my boys. It was great to have the whole Piledriver crew at NEOPro yesterday.
Yeah,
100%.
Hell yeah, man. I think that's where my whole thing is, man. I think just that all that NEOPro night, having everybody there together, that was good times, man. Can't ask for more than that.
Nope. And that's Tony just stole it out of my mouth. My flowers were going to the whole Piledriver crew. The whole section. From Zoe to Tommy to Gio to me and you, Vince, Sarah, even hanging out in the very end. Frank and Leanne, I forgot to say them. They showed up and they were in the back.
Yeah, they were there too.
The whole fucking squad was there. It was cool as hell. I appreciate everybody. Sage, Mike. Glad to see my boy Mike's doing good health, doing better. It was good to see Sage. It was good to hang out with Barney and them last night, and Chuck, the whole NEOPro family. You guys all kick ass. Nick, Donald, Ivan, you guys all fucking rock. Great weekend, man. Great weekend.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, yeah, thanks again to Shogun Jackson Stone for coming on, chopping it up with us a little bit. Like I said, get your tickets for Mega Championship Wrestling Night of Champions, December 14th. Get on Mega Championship Wrestling's Facebook page or website to purchase tickets, or get in contact with one of us three, and we will get you taken care of. We will see everybody next week on Sunday evening, 8:30. I want everybody to have a happy Thanksgiving. Take the time with your families. Enjoy it. Tomorrow's not promised. So,
love y'all.
Barney, love y'all. Have a good night. I'm the best in the world. These are my boys.
Wait, hold up.
Oh, hold
on. Hold on one sec. I got the picture, yo.
Tony got the picture.
There it is.
Hey. Piledriver family in there.
Gang. That's some gang.
Oh shit! I forgot. I will not.
We have that special announcement. Yeah,
I did.
Shit!
There's the picture of us, the Piledriver squad, linked up. Just man, I love it. And then I will say that the special surprise I should have sent it to Tony when Tim sent it to me, so we could have popped it up on the screen. January 18th, live, RSW, Colt Johnson versus Cheeseburger.
Oh,
Oh man. Oh,
shut
man.
up.
Colt
Oh,
Johnson,
man.
1v1 with Cheeseburger. Parmageddon 2. Okay,
That's what
first
they're
off,
called.
so
Yes.
look, Vince, you already know. Tony, you weren't around for this yet. Tony, you weren't around for this yet. So they came last year and they needed a name. We named it Parmageddon. So Parmageddon 2.
Piledriver.
Yes,
Wow.
this is essentially our fucking WrestleMania here at the podcast.
It's so
Oh
good.
my
I'm
God.
like, one of my favorite
So-
names for an event. Now we get a 2. Oh my God.
Parmageddon, and I mean,
Strikes Back.
and like we all have said before, we've seen the poster for this one already, the main poster. I don't know if it's the main event, but it is the main attraction. The King versus the God. Brasa versus Onyx. This one's going to go hard.
Oh, yeah.
Drew in the chat, December 8th, Power Slam at Newtown Mall in New Philadelphia. I'm going to try to make that one, Big Drew. I'm going to try to make, if Vince can make it, I'm going to make it with him. So we'll see what goes on.
Whoa. Make it with me. I mean, guys.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
But that is all for us tonight. We will get out of here. Thank you, everybody, once again for tuning in. Thank you to the guys in the comments, people in the comments for talking shit with us, and we appreciate you so much. Get to the website. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the ticker here. Buy some cool Piledriver merch. Be like our boy Barney.
Oh, yeah.
We'd appreciate you. That is all for us tonight. We will see you all next week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Y'all have a happy
Good
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving, y'all.
Oh,
Later.
yeah. Later.